Thuaidh Kerry-Anne Hastings a chuí an an hockey a séuigi a bràthair in Cluinnidh spárs, a dhéanann an service a thuaidh na parentan le spáir zéile.
I'm not going to lie, I kind of followed my brother. So he actually was he started playing rugby, but he absolutely hated it, bless him. But he got picked because he was quick. And then eventually he saw there was a hockey stick. So he gave that a shot. And then I was like, oh, follow my brother. Like, he's amazing. So I decided to follow in his footsteps, went to the same club as him. And we also both, we picked up athletics at the same time as well. I classically followed him again. So we were both competing at quite a high level at hockey and athletics. And then from there, I had to make a decision when start getting a wee bit better in the hockey side of things. So it wasn't, mum and dad were amazing though. They didn't mind us not trying their sports and stuff. So mum was a swimmer and dad was obviously rugby. But I did give swimming a try and it just wasn't my forte. And then I've tried so many different sports. I was so fortunate to be brought up into getting exposed to different club levels. But yeah, hockey and athletics were the one for me, definitely.
As séuigi a cruach an a gáirsteach, thuaidh Kerry-Anne a chiad cheich baiche a nudí, ruta bheith uavasach sáirichtigi.
I was so shocked. And because basically, try and cut long story short, I had hip surgery back in May 2018. And I got told that it would take me like 12 months to properly get back into hockey side of things. And then I managed to get the call up in January 2019. And then we played in February. And I think it was even more special for me because I knew that I put in such hard work and hard shift to actually be able to get back onto the pitch. And then I found out that I was actually then going to go to Rome and play against Italy. I was just absolutely astounded that they would consider me. So it was really, really special, not only like representing my country, but like being just on the pitch. I just felt so privileged. So yeah, it was a very exciting time. And I was a bit emotional at my first speech at the end of the 3-test match series. I was, it was amazing. And I couldn't have done it with a bit better group of girls. So yeah, it was very cool.
Tron glasa gas táireg, chuid an Teoladh Hastings class aerobics stráid is dóid don choirs na chacha. Ruth idir a táirgúine mesal.
Everyone loved it. It was really rogue because it was just like music just playing in the street and we were kind of just copying like my mom doing dance moves like different, like so she did like classes when she was younger and kind of knew the ropes about that. She's a better dancer than dad and I, to say the least, so she was like right in the front and everybody would just copy her. And to begin with, we had to be quite careful because some of the older ones, they couldn't move as much or they weren't as good at that, which was like totally fine. So when dad got on the street, it was a bit intense and all of us were like sweating, like it was so hard. And then we were like, actually, we need to tailor it back because we could get a couple of injuries and stuff. But people loved it. And actually, people then started just like chatting to each other, checking in with each other. And if somebody didn't arrive at the class that day, we were like, oh, where were they? Mum would go and ring on the door and obviously make sure we're 2 meters away and stuff and just check up. And it was not just physically, but mentally, it majorly helped our community. And we're still now so close, talking about having like a Christmas street party and stuff. It's just, yeah, it has been really, really good, both like physically and mentally. It's been fantastic.
Ha an clicket hockey cúteach a tors taich leis an image GiveToLocal. Ruta ha a gamas it corm an spárs a horse do a hulatinge.
They make sure they put funds into local communities so that they can actually bring about sport. So the likes of football, I'm sure they got basketball coming in, a bit of hockey, and there's just supporting different local heroes to try and push through the sports and actually increase their sport participation and make it more accessible for the communities who don't have as much in the facilities and try and get them off the streets and everything. And I think it's absolutely brilliant because one of the things, like, I like them supporting hockey because hockey isn't that accessible. It's quite an expensive sport with this equipment that you have to do, the hockey stick, shin pads, shoes, gum shields, a lot. Football's a wee bit easier because you can get a couple cones, get bibs, get a football, and then you can get people playing the games and stuff. So I think just in the Northeast, they're really trying to drive the sporting community because it's tailored off quite a bit and it's not really being brought up and no money's being pumped into that. So very fortunate that they're actually supporting that charity and trying to really, really push through and increase the sport participation and accessibility.
As siúi a hiad chorm san skipa náisiúnta aing, ha Kerry-Anne a géirí a lenting oral le a hópar crua, son an átre sin a chumal.
Well, right now in COVID, it's just trying to enjoy my sport as much as possible and take the opportunity while I can. And my aim would hopefully try and get into the European team next year who are competing in the European A division. And then following that, it'll be Commonwealth 2022. And if I could progress further from that, that'd be fantastic. But just to stay in the squad and try and be part of one of the senior leadership team members as well. So yeah, and bring about a good atmosphere within the Scottish hockey. We've got a really good community right now, and making it more accessible for the younger ones coming through and let them enjoy the sport as much as like I have. So yeah, try and be a role model in that sense as well.